What's up, guys? This is the Play with the Pros day 3. If you guys didn't see, they upgraded the clubs. They're a lot easier now. However, I'm not even going to use any of the attributes. I'm just going to show you guys. These are basically designed to be cleared. So there's not really a lot of difficulty to these. So as you can see, maybe 5 rings over. But like I mentioned, I'm just going to kind of play this like I would with basic balls. So I'm not going to do anything fancy. And we're just easily going to pass this. These are designed for you guys to just basically be able to get free rewards. So make sure that you guys are able to get through these sets because they're not too bad overall. And, here you can see what they did is they basically gave you some free backspin, but I do want to just show you guys these rewards because once you guys do enter, you'll see we can just basically easily come and get the balls. It's 13 balls we're going to be able to get in Tour Pro, 3 pins, and then 4 practice, and 1,000,000 coins, all for nothing, essentially. All you have to do is beat the pro score. That's it. So Bigfoot we'll be using, and we'll use a 10-mile-per-hour wind. As you can see, it's saying about 5 rings, a little bit more. And same thing, all we're going to do is just kind of put this on the front here. And we'll go 5 rings. And then all I'm going to do is just shorten it because it looked like it was rolling out a little bit. So we'll just shorten that just a little bit. Make sure that you're hitting your ultimate shots. That's gonna be the only deal breakers if you're not going ultimate. But as you guys can see, we're just easily, I'm not even worried about my tiebreakers. All I have to do is get these on the green. I don't need to hit it close to the pin. The only thing you do have to worry about is your putts. So all your putts are going to be pulled if you're a little bit early or if you're a little bit late on the timing. So the hardest thing about this challenge is completing the putt portion. However, as you see, I'm just going to simply walk you guys through these. I'm not even going to use the spin. You have the ability to use the spin, but that's just showing you how easy these are to pass. I'm not even touching my spin. And as you guys saw on the last hole, it's about 5 rings here, so that's all we're going to go. We're going to basically play this as if it was basic clubs, basically. So we're just pretending we're using basic clubs. However, they did give you a little bit of topspin, a little bit of backspin to make it just that much easier to clear these. So as you can see here, wind straight in the face. I'm not going to be able to get this to the green, so we'll just go ahead and just blast it up here. I'm not too worried about the results of this. We just get it up there somewhere. And then it just becomes a pitch game. All we need is birdie. Keep in mind, we only have to shoot like 9 under. It's a very easy target score to do. Here you can see Sentinel, very little ball guide, so we'll just play this short. Maybe we'll play this up in here. Not too worried about it. I don't need to make it or anything. So we're just going to kind of estimate. Maybe I make it, but as you guys can see, we just hit it up there close. Easy tap in birdie. We're 2 for 2 already. So what we should be seeing and what you're going to want to strive for is no bogeys and hopefully no pars, or very few pars. Let's put it that way. So pars are probably inevitable, but what we're going to try to do is just try to avoid as many as we can. So as you can see here, we'll play this about 6 rings. You do want to be a little bit mindful of your great balls. They will pull, unlike with the when you guys typically play. And here you can see we are going to be stretched. Wow. So a little bit far on this hole, on this one. So we're just blasting this up into the green. Try to give ourselves a putt at it. And as you can see, 503. Like I mentioned, this is the key part, is the putting portion. it always feels like you have to release early. So if you are missing a lot of your putts, make sure that you're not hanging on to that button too long. As you can see, I can roll them in even from distance. Just make sure that you're releasing. You know, the way that I feel is like I'm releasing early. However, as you can see, it just kind of goes right into the center. But like I mentioned, you do have to just be just a little bit mindful. Now, what do you do on holes like this? What I do is I just aim for, you know, something that's feasible. You know, as you can see, we can just land kind of right on here. You see this is right towards max club here. So can we get to this spot? That's the question. Let me just go with the restore here. So we'll do the restore, come back in, see what it looks like. 11-4 and 20 rings. That is a lot of rings. I'm assuming this one might go a little bit beyond max here. So we'll just go the full 20. Blast it. Ugh. All that looks good. As you can see, still enough in that wind. All we're doing is just blasting it on, taking our chances. Like I mentioned, we only have to make 9 birdies and that's it. As you can see, just a little. Careful with that guide. Try not to be too early with your timing, and you can just roll these in with ease. And you will push them if you're not perfect with that release. But as you can see, we're 4 for 4. I haven't even touched my spin. And you have the ability to touch your spin. But this is just showing you how easy the last 2 days have been. You know, because people were mentioning that they didn't have, you know, they couldn't do it. It was too difficult. That's the reason I'm throwing this video together. Is people have said that these are just a little bit too tough. And, you know, for me, it's pretty straightforward. It's not too bad. You know, all we have to do is beat the pro score. As you can see from the last hole, it was about 20 rings. So we're just going to do that. I don't have to be too precise with this pull. We just got to get it out there into play. So as you can see, that's all I'm doing there. Now, I'd imagine with cent 4, this is probably going to be a large adjustment. Close to max there. 25 rings or so. Just going to quick eyeball this, not worry about it too much. So like I mentioned, you know, all we got to do is just get this on the green, make the birdie. We don't have to worry about getting precise, our tiebreakers, none of that. And there you can see we just roll that one in. We're 5 for 5. We're going to probably finish this challenge on the front 9. That's just showing you guys, you know, how feasible this is to complete. No spin, and, you know, you guys can use your spin if you want to. But you know, this is what I was doing with the basic clubs. When we had the basic clubs, this is all I was doing to complete these challenges, was just, you know, keep the ball in play. Try to get it onto the green. If you can't get it onto the green, we're just dunking pitches. And I haven't had to do that yet, but I'll show you what that looks like once we get to a scenario. So this is going to be 11.1. Saying about 6 rings for Bigfoot here. So we'll put this ball guide right up to the hole. And like I mentioned, I'm not even touching my spin. So no spin that I'm using. Right around 6 rings, as you guys can see. We'll just do that straight up. Watch those great balls. So that's going to be an instant pull. So this is going to shoot over to the right here. With a perfect ball there, we would have been just a little bit closer. As you can see, plenty close enough for us to easily pass this one. There you can see we just release. Right into the hole, 6 for 6. On to the next one. And as you can see, straight tailwind. This is probably a case where we're going to kind of, on purpose, just try to leave it here on the front of the green. So how do we do that? 11.4, it says 6 rings. You know, maybe I can go for this shot if I really, really want to. So I'll put like the fairway. You can see I'm kind of aiming where the fairway is on the 6th ring. If I really want to go for that fairway and try to do it, I can. But realistically, you don't want to hit this green. You'll be better off. So make sure, A, you're not hitting the green. It looks like I actually hit that to perfection. But keep in mind, worst case scenario, we're in the rough there, and we're just going to go for a dunk. So make sure you're going for a dunk if you are in the rough. Don't be afraid of being in the rough. All we got to do is hit our ultimate shot. That's all. I'm going to be in the rough at least once or twice, probably 4 or 5 times. So I can see, you know, you guys can see I haven't been there yet. However, it's destined to happen. So probably on 9, we'll have to probably make a pitch on 9 since we're not touching our spin. We'll just have to see how it goes. If I get a tailwind, maybe we're good. If I don't get a tailwind, probably going to be hard to actually stop it on the green perfection for 9. 8 is probably kind of the same boat here. This isn't too bad. I'm thinking maybe this rolls out. Maybe it's a little bit short. So as you guys can see, it's been 5, 6 rings. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push up just slightly. So we'll just push up just a hair. Maybe just curl it a little bit as well. Watch those great shots. So you have to get these ultimates. So make sure that you're doing that. And as you can see, we're just rolling it up there. And you can see that's actually a pretty good effort. Right on line, just needed to push up just a little bit more forward. So as you guys can see, you know, I am breezing through this thing. You guys can take your time with it. But I just wanted to show you how easy these are to actually complete. Because people were just saying, you know, complaining in the group about, these are essentially a gift. These are a gift for you guys to just claim easy rewards. And here you can see this is what I was talking about, straight in the face. This is probably a scenario, I'd imagine, unless they give me wind straight in the face on the second shot, which I might get. This is probably one we have to chip in. But, you know, that's not really an issue. All we have to do is catch our ultimate timing. That's it. So these should be really, but I might be able to actually get this on the green. Let's see. Maybe, maybe not. So ideally, as you can see, we're just landing kind of on, this is right down towards min club. Let me just restore this purchase real quick. And then we'll come in 11.7 towards min, pulling up, probably 18 rings or so. We'll probably do about mid club, maybe just a little bit light. Probably somewhere right around there. I'm not too worried about it because I don't care if I'm on the green. To me, it means nothing. You know, if we wind up on the green, so be it. In this case, we did. So as you can see here, 9 for 9. But if I don't, as you can see, you know, eventually my luck is going to run out. I'm not going to hit all these greens. There's literally 0 chance that's going to happen. So I'm going to show you guys the technique once it happens. And as you guys can see, I haven't even touched my spin. I'm no spin, no. This is exactly what it would have been like to get through this setup on the previous 2 days. This is exactly how I've done it. It's been very easy to get through these. You don't even have to blast your drives. All you have to do is get it in play. So really, it just has to be in the fairway. I'm just kind of like over forcing, you know, you see me going full overpower. Make sure you're in the fairway. You don't even have to do anything crazy. But that's where you can see that I've done well, is I'm not making any mistakes to not be in the fairway. That's the first and foremost thing that I'm doing. And this is probably what you say, mid-ish club, maybe a little bit towards min. So maybe this is, and you can see I'm just keeping that ball guide short, not even touching my spin or anything. So we'll just go 15 rings here, somewhere right towards min club, keeping that ball guide short. And it's just a real straightforward. Just keep in mind that ball, it's going to roll out. There's no spin stopping it. So all of these are, you know, real easy to just kind of predict the way that these are rolling out. And that's how I've done these the last couple days. You know, I wanted to, yesterday on Saturday, I just got tied up. I was going to post this video for you guys to see, you know, how to easily breeze through this. But just got tied up with, you know, life in general sometimes hits you. So unfortunately wasn't able to help you guys out, but hopefully you guys can get some benefit from this. As you can just see how easy this is to to get through these. "12 miles per hour. We're going to land short. I'll probably use some curl. 12 is going to be what? 6.5 rings. So as you can see, I just keep that ball guide short near hop number 1. We'll go the 6-2-8, and then we'll just put some curl on it. That's exactly the way that you see that I'm doing. And this curl is just going to help. The big thing is just catching that ultimate shot. You're going to wind up way offline if you don't. But look how, you know, we almost made that. It's like we're just fast, quick aiming it, just getting it up there so we can knock in birdies. That's all we're doing. So, you know, these setups, they're designed for you to have success. So hopefully you guys are having success. As you can see, you know, I'm just flying through this setup under a minute, or under a minute a hole. Just what I like on this is maybe a little bit of left curl, keeping it away from the tree line. So if you guys can stay away from that tree line, it's going to make it easier for that second shot to not have any tree influence. So as you can see, I get it out into the middle of the fairway. So make sure that you're doing the same. Keep it in this center or left half of this fairway so you have a nice clean look. And like I mentioned, you know, we don't have to be on the green. The green is optional. Okay, so keep all that in mind. You know, maybe I pop this on the green, maybe I don't. You know, and I'm indifferent. I feel like I'm going to make the shot either way. So I really am not too concerned about whether or not I execute this to perfection. Would it be nice to? Yes. Is it essential? Probably not. So you can see I'm just kind of eyeballing. So if it looks like I was, you couldn't see where I was, it's because that's truly, you know, I was just guessing. Like, I don't care if this gets on the green or not. It's ideal if it's on the fringe. It's going to be a little bit slower needle. But keep in mind, we're going to have to hit the ultimate shot. So if you miss the ultimate shot on this, you will miss your birdie. However, it's going to be an easy par. Whether this is in the rough, whether this is in the fringe, my setup's identical. We're just going for a dunk, and all we need is that ultimate shot. Ball in the center, ultimate shot. You get it, you get the birdie. You hit a great ball, it's going to miss. So it just comes down to that. And there's probably going to be a bunch of them on the back. I've had a lot of trouble on the backs. It's very hard to be on these greens. The other thing you could have done if you wanted is you could have just landed in the center of the green on that one and then just went for a long putt. But I kind of prefer it the way that I did. I'd rather be closer proximity to the hole than have to try to roll it in from, you know, the right half of that green on kind of an instability putt line. Because there's no putt aids for this. And the secret to this one, if you do try to get it on the green, it's hitting this fringe. So you have to set up to hit this fringe. If you want to be on the green, you have to land on this fringe, on the upslope. So that's the key to this one. Let me just go ahead and restore this real quick. There it is. 10.4. 5-4 rings. And like I said, you know, maybe I pull this off, maybe I don't. I'm not too worried about it. 5-4 rings, I just point it to the fringe. So with the great ball, probably did not execute. And as a result, you can see that's the difference. You know, we're in the sand. But again, you know, same strategy here. I'm not even going to do it with spin. So I'll just show you guys, you know, I'm just going for this shot, you know, and it comes down to ultimate shot. As long as we hit it, we're in. But as you can see, I just missed that ultimate shot there. This one's a lot more important. Ah, I got it. So there it is. So another birdie. We're perfect. 11 for 11. Or what is this? 12 for 12 now. That's how easy it is to get through these setups. You know, I consider myself, I expect to shoot 18 under on this setup. We're going to try to land on this fringe here. As you can see, I'm not pointing over the water. We'll just go full power. As you can see, we're keeping it to the left on purpose so we don't hit the water if in the event that it's short. And keep in mind, you know, like you saw that I did there, you know, we played it very cautious. As you can see, it wouldn't have landed short anyway. But I just wanted to be better safe than sorry. As you can see, a full overpower shot there, easily made it to the green. And here we just roll this one in. So it's at 13 for 13 now. No mistakes yet. 14 for 14. All we had to do is shoot 8 under plus tiebreaker or 9 under. Either should be very easy to clear. So as you can see, I'm just kind of fast shooting these. So great ball there. No big deal. The big thing is fairway. I could have hit a no power shot. So like, you know, yesterday when we had basic clubs, I could have just did a no power shot and we could still get our birdie. All I'm going to do is aim over here. We'll just kind of be early on the timing. Just keep it in the fairway. That's all you got to do here. Is just keep it in the fairway. Now, you know, granted, the wind might not be ideal. We're gonna have a shot. Oh, look at that. That is nasty as it could have probably been. So, but how would we do it? So what you can see, you know, you can see where I'm trying to land. This is going to be down towards min club. So we'll just play this towards min, and you can see exactly how I'm doing this. It's what, 16 rings. So we'll just go over here, and we're just going to play the shot to get this up onto the green. That's it. Somewhere right around there, 16 some rings. As much curl as I can do. Make sure that you get the ultimate shot. Let's see if we can't land on that fringe and just roll it up. That's all you got to do. So I did this shot with no spin. I don't need spin to be able to get through these rounds. Now, even if I do make a mistake there, as you can see, all I have to do is just ultimate shot, dunk my pitch. I've done, what, 3 of them? 2 of them? 2 all. I'm actually surprised it's only 2. This is the best that I've done so far to not make a mistake. You know, but it's the same strategy with the basic clubs. So, you know, there's nothing else that I'm doing. You know, I had a 16 under and a 14 under with basic clubs. So, you know, it's very feasible no matter what the club is. It doesn't come down to the club. It just comes down to shot execution. Similar strategy here is we just got to land on that, you know, perfect. Ooh, this is nasty in between. So we're going to go the 5 rings. We'll probably try to short hit the 5 rings, something like that. So let's see if we can just land right here. We did get our ultimate this time. And what are we trying to do? Same strategy. It's just bump right off the rough. That's all it is, guys. To easily breeze through this. And then it just comes down to the putt game. You know, if you leave yourself here too many times, you know, you might miss one. Because you can see that needle, it's very unstable. Very unstable putt lines. So eventually, you know, I might miss one. And sure enough, there it is. So there goes my perfect streak. But at the same time, you know, I could have made that. So just one mistake. And we had it on the green. If I played this game more, I would probably roll in all my putts. But I just tend to rush them because I'm not playing nearly as much as I used to in the past. But as you guys can see, a very good opportunity on all these holes. Same thing here. You know, same strategy that you've been seeing me do. We're going to do the same thing right here. And what is this? 5 rings probably straight up, give or take. 5-4. We'll just point 5-4 or 5 right onto the front of the green. Maybe we pull this shot off, maybe we don't. Definitely try to grab your ultimate shot if you can. Almost got out of the rough. So again, all it's going to do is just come down to that ultimate shot. You hit your ultimate shot, you're going to have your birdie. You could play it safe and not go for the dunk and just take the easy par too. So if you don't want to bring bogey into the equation, which is what I'm doing, I'm kind of intentionally going for the shot knowing that I could go on the back of the green and miss the putt. But it's the way to get the birdie. So all we got to do, catch that ultimate shot, and there is the birdie. So we got 17. We're going to have to probably do a similar approach on 18. 18 is a bear. 18 is probably the toughest. This is my best to date. We did not get the wind, so I'd imagine with not getting the wind, we may not pull this off, but let's just see. Maybe I'm wrong. And like I mentioned, I didn't even touch the spin for this round, so no spin was used. And as you can see in the 10s, it's been right around, it's either 6 or it's 1920, one or the other. And it looks like it's going to be the 1920. You know, maybe the best strategy is to blast it towards the hole, maybe. It's probably easier than the wedge shot. It's tough to argue. What's the right thing to do here? I'm not 100% sure. You know, my senses tell me just play it safe. Don't do anything stupid. But I really want to do something stupid. So as you can see, we're blasting it up there. I did play it just a little cautious. I wanted to try to avoid the bunker if I could. Make it just a little bit easier for timing. But what this does is it just kind of takes the more straight approach. And it looks like this is rolling out very beautifully. Maybe we can go for something like this. And that's the reason that I went for this shot versus the fairway shot. I just think this is straightforward. Still a potential to make it. Just comes down to that ultimate. So there it is. We finally missed an ultimate. So that is going to be a par. And may have came up short on the perfect ball anyway. As you can see, very easy to clear though. You know, I have a couple 16s that I've done, and that's with just barely, you know, and I didn't even touch the spin. So with spin is just going to make this that much easier. So as you guys can see here, we went about 10,000 tiebreaker, and we went 16 for a nice, easy reward claim. You're only playing against that one opponent. So as soon as we beat the pro, and you can see we out tiebreakered them, we outscored them. You know, real easy to get through these. So best of luck, guys, and see you guys next time. Take care.